Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Louise Nichols. I'm a textile artist and I live in Cornwall, and you're very welcome here to come and watch me do some printing today. We're still in the middle of that really hot weather. I think it's all over the country, isn't it? So it's really early in the morning, about 6:30, and I'm going to make a start. So I'm just still in the shade here at the moment, having my morning coffee. And I'm going to go into the workroom and get on with some printing, and I'm going to be printing the strips ready for those samples, ready for the new workshop. So hello Jim. So yeah, I thought I would bring you along and show you what I'm going to be doing with those. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and then go and get on with my printing. Okay, so these are the strips that I'm going to be printing. They're the 4 that I carved out in the last video, and I also did 3 little shapes as well that go on the front of the bauble. Hang on, let me get the bauble. So this is my sample, and I'm just printing some different shapes to try some different just so there's a few different options on the workshop, really. So I'll bring you a little bit closer before I start printing. Right, so I think I'm going to start off with the blue, excuse me, for this one. I've the original sample's in green, and there will be, on the workshop, there'll be some, a lot of sort of, what are they, like traditional Christmas colours available, but I always like to do a few different options as well. So I'm going to mix a sort of eggshelly blue, I think. So I use, for any of you who haven't seen me print before, I use Speedball printing inks. They are specifically for fabric. It's a fabric block printing ink. I've used these for years and I absolutely love them. And I haven't really tried anything else, to be honest. I think, it's been one of those things where I've found what I like, and so I've just kind of stuck to it, really. I don't know if this is a new one, actually, because oh no, there we go. Okay, right, so I'm just going to gradually, I probably need a bit more white. Let me put a bit more white out. So I'm just using it's about, 2 or 3 millimetre acrylic sheet to mix the inks on. And I want quite a pretty sort of pale blue, I think, for this. So I'm just gradually bringing in a little bit of blue. And because I want that sort of more sort of eggshell colour, I'm going to bring a touch of yellow in. So I don't know if that's showing up. There's something hard in there. There we go. Let's take that out. A little bit of grit. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera, but that's kind of knocked the blue off a little bit. And then I always bring in a little bit of black as well, which just sort of takes the colour down. I want a bit more blue than that. I add a little bit at a time because obviously once the ink's in, once you've got the colour in, you can't take it out again. And some of the colours in this range, the green particularly and the yellow, is quite a strong pigment, and if you're not careful, it sort of overtakes everything else, and then it's very hard to bring the colour back. And then you end up, well, I don't really waste the ink, but you end up printing things that you don't or had no intention of printing, just to use up the colour. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I don't know if it's going to be dark enough on the fabric. Sometimes you just need to have a go. I don't know if that's a little bit, yeah, I'm going to just bring a little bit more colour in, a little bit more depth to it. So In fact, let's scrape all of that in. The sun's beginning to come round already. I might have to pull my blind down because it soon starts to get hot in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to try that, and I'm really just as well sort of making sure that the carvings are okay and I don't need to alter anything on those. So once I've mixed my colour, then I'm going to scrape it up and put it down the side of the acrylic sheet, and then I've got my roller and I'm going to pull that across. And what I'm looking for on here is a really nice thin, doesn't matter if there's a few little patches, but just a nice thin coat of ink. So I'm actually going to move that over now and bring my fabric up a little bit. Are you still? Yeah, you can see there. But you can see, can't you, where the sun's beginning to creep in. Okay, so let's get some colour on this one. So you're much better when you're printing to have lots of layers, lots of thin layers of ink rather than one thick one. And also what you don't want to do, if your ink's too thick on your roller, it goes straight into all the areas that you've cut away, and then you lose the, you know, that beautiful carving that you've done. It will disappear. And you'll end up with something that's not quite as crisp. Alright, I'm going to print this one and then I'm going to shut the blind. I'd left it open because I didn't want the film to be too dark. Right, I think we'll go for that. So this is just a very thin calico that I'm printing onto. And I'm just using an old roller to put some pressure on the back. Right, I'm going to just shut my blind now because I know that you are, that's kind of, let's bring that down. There we go. Now you've probably gone into complete darkness now, have you? No, I think actually you can probably see that a little bit better. Okay, yeah, that's nice. I like that. I think that's worked quite nicely. The blue's maybe a little bit darker than I wanted it to be, so I shall add a little bit more white into that, and then print a few more of those. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. Bring this back over. Sometimes with the ink it's very difficult to tell how dark it's going to print. Sometimes it's you have to print to see just how that's going to go. That's a bit prettier, isn't it? That's slightly paler. I don't know. Can you see the difference on? Oh yeah, she can see. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to print 3 more of these, and I'll probably do one of the other ones in this blue, and then I'm going to change colour. I think I'm going to try lilac. and perhaps like a yellow ochre as well, just to give me a few different options to play around with when I'm making the samples. I think I'll do a really nice sort of leafy green as well, because the green on the other sample is quite olive, so I'll do something that's a little bit brighter, I think. So this is the last colour I'm going to be printing now with these strips anyway, and I wanted a real sort of golden yellow for this one. So I've mixed some just some red and yellow, a little bit of black in there again, just to sort of take that edge off it. And we'll see how that looks when it's on the fabric. Ooh. I'm not sure if you're... Can you see that on there? Oh yes, you can do. That's all right then. Right. You have to be quite careful when you're rolling these on the back, because I tend to do them from sort of up and down, but if you're not careful it can move a little bit, which this one did actually. So you get a sort of, it's like looking at it without your glasses on, a little bit blurry. So I think you saw earlier on I was doing it this way, but that was only because the stand with the camera was there. Normally I would go up and down. Oh yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? Very pleased with that. Like that colour very much. So I'm going to do a few strips of this, and then I want to use this colour to print, where have I put it? I've got the star. Oh, it's here. Yeah, I'm going to do the star. I think I might do the square one as well, and I'm going to print a daisy as well, because if you watched the previous video, I was saying I do want to do sort of an everyday version of it, and see how that looks as well. So I've done the all the strips, so I'm just going to do a couple of stars as well. I've printed the star already, you can see in the that sort of, after I'd mixed the lilac from the blue, I added a little bit of red, and I think a little bit more black, and that made the lilac, and then I added a little bit more red and blue and black to darken it a little bit to get this sort of slightly darker purple. So I'm very pleased with my star. So I'm just going to do a couple more of those and try the daisy. I haven't printed the daisy yet, so we'll see how that looks. And that gives me plenty of excuse me, of colours and prints to play around with over the next few days. These will probably, I mean, it's already getting very, very warm in here. It's now 7:45 and it's really warm already. And the problem is, as it gets warmer and warmer, the inks just dry. They're tacky almost before you've rolled them onto your lino. So I won't be printing for very much longer today. When it was really, really, really hot, what was it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, I couldn't carve lino either. It was just the tool was sticking to the lino. Never mind. Right, let's see how this little daisy looks. Hey. Okay, I'll do a couple of those, and that's that colour used up. And then I'm going to, the little bit of colour that's left on the palette, I'm going to add a little bit of white to and just print a couple of extra blocks of something else just to use up the ink, so I've not wasted it. And that'll be it. So let me just let me do one more. I think there's enough just to do another one on there. So let me take the camera and just move that to the side. I'm going to pop those in the washing up bowl in a minute. I'll pull that on and I'll show you what I've printed. So I'm just going to take you off the stand a minute. There we go. Hopefully you're not wrapped round. Okay, so you can see I've done some green trees, a couple of stars, purple trees as well, and then you've just seen me print these down here, and then that golden yellow, that is quite bright, isn't it? If it dries a bit too dark, I might have to print those again a little bit lighter. Christmassy green, and then going into the lilac and the blue where I started off, look. Okay, so as I say, I think these will probably be dry. I'll hang them over here on my area and they will be dry tomorrow. You know, in the winter when it's cold and it's damp, it can be 3 days before they're dry, but this time of year when it's really warm, they'll be dry tomorrow, so I'll be able to start having to play around with those, and that will be the next video. So it will be me just sort of just looking at colours, what I'm going to add to them. Obviously I've never stitched any of these yet, so working out how I'm going to stitch them and the threads I'm going to use. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.